Guys, welcome back to my channel. So it's day 8 of our vlogmas and it's been interesting back-to-back content. To my returning subscribers, thank you for always. If this is your first time, please do click on the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, drop us your comment down below. I'd love to engage with you. So as a Nigerian living in the United Kingdom, I cook Nigerian recipes. Like, I've never tried cooking Oyibo recipe. I don't even want to try it because my husband is not open to eating it or testing it. So a lot of people have been wondering, how do you get to cook Nigerian meals? Are they not expensive? How do you source your ingredients? Is it the ones you came with you've been using and all of that? So I said I was going to make a video and explain everything. I've made one video before and it's on the channel when we used to live on the other side of London. That was at Woolwich. There was this African store, Ade's supermarket. That's where I go, even though it was still far from where we lived, over 1 hour. That's where I used to go to shop for my African things, vegetables and ingredients. And then we now moved to the other side of London, East London. That was Ilford. There was no that kind of African store in Ilford, and our days became farther, over 2 hours to where we're living. So this was how I was coping. Okay, this was me going to the store. I always have this trolley. Of course, here in this place they don't give nylon or packaging bags for free. You just have to buy it. So this video is also showing you how I do my monthly stocking. Okay, so the things I go to buy, I buy them and they last me more than 2 months, and we'll just keep using them till they are finished. So because it helps me save time, okay, instead of going to do grocery shopping over and over again, at least once in 2 months, I just do them, cook and all of that. So this was one of such days where I'm going to stock for the house. I was just walking by. Are you enjoying the street view? So I went, and then how I do my monthly stocking shopping. Now in Asians, they are very much in this United Kingdom. So in almost every city you should see at least one Asian store that sells all of these African ingredients. So that's how I discovered this one in Ilford. In fact, in Ilford, out of every 10 persons that pass you, 7 of them are Asians. In fact, you can see this person that just crossed, she was an Asian. So there's this Asian store around, and I discovered it. I went. There's one for meat and there's one for foodstuffs. So that's where I go to do my bulk shopping. So I go to where they sell the foodstuffs. I peruse. Now it's always cheaper to buy things in the Asian market because there are things that are cheaper than going to buy in supermarkets. So this was my list on that day, things I wanted to buy. So I always love doing it in the Asian store because sincerely there are things that are cheaper. Of course, you can get onion, green pepper, all of those colored peppers in the supermarkets, but they are quite expensive. So somebody gave me this tip that buying in Asian store is cheaper. For instance, like yam, they also eat yam, so they don't need to go all long miles to import yams and all of that. So look at their palm oil. So this is where I get everything. So this Asian store, I feel, did not liaise with an African store somewhere that supply them things. Like, this is F4, this is green. So they have basically everything. The only things I don't get from this Asian store are like ugu, oha, bitter leaf. They don't have those things, maybe because they don't have customers who buy them. So for those ones, I get to go to a days, like when I need them, to buy them when I want to do bulk cooking. But surprisingly, guys, I now discovered that a days can actually deliver to you anywhere you are in the UK. Gosh, my joy knew no bounds when I learned that. Look at plantains. I miss this Asian store. It's just like a proper Nigerian market, like anything you need. And that's because the Asians also eat lots of what we eat too, say plantain, yam. I think they even also eat cassava. Then they have some kind of species of onions that looks like ours too. So I just go ahead to pick the things I want to buy. I buy my eggs here, they are also cheaper. I buy my yams. Of course, you guys should have known by now that yams are like one of my favorite meals. I don't like missing them, so I always make sure I have yams in the house. They are not very cheap though. I think one of these yams I got them for £7 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, one of them was like for £7. So and I used to buy like three. So I bought them, and then bought plantains. You see every other thing I bought. I'm just going to show you around the store. So if you are living in the UK and you really want to, eat your African meals, and you're thinking of saving cost, look for an Asian store close to you. You get so many, these people even sell ewedu. They sell okra, they sell, think of it, they sell lots of things. I've even seen dried iru here before. So just look for an Asian store close to you. You get these things and you get them cheaper. For your vegetables, Ades delivers anywhere you are in the UK. I'm going to put their link down in the description box, so you just see if it's something you might want to try. And then you see towards the end of this video some vegetables I ordered from them, and they delivered to me like they came in fresh and intact. I've ordered goat meat from Ades before, like goat meat from Nigeria. I've ordered catfish, until I now discovered this other Asian store here that also sells catfish. So that's it, guys. Lots of things you're going to get when you go to an Asian store close to you, and they're also quite very cheap. So let's just be fast and show you around the store, and you see that almost everything you need can be found here. Okay, stay with me, guys. So see, they even have leaves for wrapping moi moi. Hey, omo. So I bought this particular one that day because of the fada sauce. I already bought banana leaf before I saw that particular one for moi moi. Because of the fada sauce I wanted to make that day. This was where I got my leaf. I used to wrap it, peppers. Look at the green pepper for the fada. Like, oh my god, I miss this store, because where we are now, I've not really had time to go explore to see if there's an Asian store out there. So there's an African store, but it's like a bit far from me, like 35 minutes drive. So I need an Asian store close by, and I know there should be one because we live just around the town center. I can't wait. Like, I don't have pepper again. So like anything you need, you can see is in this store, and they are like quite cheap, a bit cheaper. So that's where I buy my things. I have a recipe for this ofada sauce. I'm thinking I should also put it up on one of these vlogmas days. Just maybe you could give your family a special treat different from the normal rice and stew or jollof rice you make. So stay with me. If you would like to see that, it should come up in another video. Okay, let's continue seeing around the store. for bread lovers, like this guy, see Abuja bread. I don't know how they get this bread. So like Nigerian breads. So I used to buy those breads majorly for maybe if I want to make scrambled egg or sauce. They usually go well with that kind of bread. I want to toast bread. So like you can see almost everything you can find or you need, you can find them here. I think the only things I don't buy here, like I've stated earlier, are fresh vegetables like ugu. They actually have the dried ones of ugu and bitter leaf, but if I need the fresh one, then I buy from a day. See, they have soya bean, they have normal beans, they have brown beans, like they have rice, anything you need, and they are quite like cheaper than in the normal stores. When you go to maybe places like Sainsbury, you can see an African section because that's where I used to buy my poundo. These people too, they didn't have poundo on this day, so I bought at Sainsbury. So you can see things like poundo and the normal rice we eat if you don't want to eat basmati, but they are a bit expensive than what the Asian stores sells. So Asian stores are your best bets, and I try to do my shopping at once, like in bulk. It saves me time and money. Okay, so I think I am done shopping. Let's just go out to check out points and see the things I bought. They also sell fruits, really. The only thing is that maybe for their own fruits there might not be expiring dates, but for those in the supermarket there will be those ones that they say, look at their rice. I like eating all this Chinese rice. It's not really soft and it's not hard, and at all, like it used to be sweet for my jollof rice. This is one of the things I also miss about the shop. I really need time to go and explore this place and see their Asian stores and see the things I can get from there. So this is like their checkout. As you can see, here is not like that standard like a supermarket, but they try and they have lots of things and it's cheap. So who cares? So this is how the checkout goes. You go submit everything and then they check everything you buy and then you pay and you go. So from here I'll be going to the meat store. That's like the most interesting place. There's no kind of meats you find you will not see there. Oh yeah, let's jump to that place. So I promised these meat store people that I was going to put their video on YouTube and tell people to check them out, because the man was like he does not allow filming in his store, and I told him I was a vlogger, and then that I'm not just going to vlog, I'm going to put him up on my channel and people will see him. So this is where I buy. Look at catfish, like correct normal catfish you would have bought in Nigeria. So this is where I buy my catfish, all those grilled fish I make. I even make my dry fish at home sometimes, like if I don't have normal dry fish. So it's part of my monthly stocking. I buy catfish, I buy tilapia, I buy mackerel. I love having mackerels in my freezer because, for some quick small jollof rice, for some quick porridge yams, for my abacha. You guys know now I like making abacha, and what is abacha without fried fish? So I buy mackerel, I buy catfish, I buy chicken, I buy turkey, I buy prawns. Like this store is just anything protein you need, they have it here. Like if you live around Ilford or London, you can just rewind back a little and see the address. I try to capture it before entering. Like they sell lots of things, chicken breast, and the chicken breast used to be very cheap. Here supermarket want to cut my head. You be seeing chicken breast 1 kg for £4. How much is now the awful chicken? So like you can see different kinds of meat. They have shaki, they have goat meat, they have lamb meat. But what I'm not sure about is if their goat meat is actually the normal Nigerian goat meat, because it does not smell as strong as that Ade's own. So they now have some more dry peppers and spices, just in case you also need a few. But what they sell majorly are meats and fish, like meats and fish, and very nice. So if you stay around London, around Ilford, and you've been looking for where to stock meat, of course it's not as if meats are difficult to get anyway. But like I said, this is like an Asian store. Things are cheaper, if you ask me. Things are cheaper, and then their meats are hard. This is where you get hard chicken. The chicken you buy from the normal supermarket are like soft chicken. Like no matter how you cook it, there's no taste, it's not sweet, just be tasting like paper in your mouth. But this is where I come to buy my hard chicken. Like this is where you see chicken like normal chicken in Nigeria that tastes well when you cook it and all of that. So this is it, guys. You might want to try out Asian stores close to you, wherever you are. So let's just look more around into the store and conclude our video. So guys, like I was saying, after buying all of those other things from the Asian store, my meat, okay, the only thing I also try to buy from Ade's store is goat meat. If I want real Nigerian goat meat with the smell, I used to buy from Ade's. So I wanted to cook soup for the week, like I was saying, and that reminds me, watch out for the video coming up soon, what I cook for my family in a month, like what I cook that helps me save time and effort and all of that. I've already shown you how I do my shopping in this video. So this carton came to me from Ade's. Like they take 2 days to deliver, and everything comes in fresh, intact. Like look at oha. I know it might not be as fresh as the oha you would have gotten like if you were in Nigeria, but come on, check this out now. They tried. So this is how I get to cook, because my husband cannot eat Oyibo food, and me too. I like my African foods, even though I can give Oyibo own a try if it is sweet, but I've not really tried cooking it, because if I cook it, it's only me that will eat it. My husband will not eat. So this is what Ade's delivered to me. When I discovered that they deliver anywhere in the UK, I was so happy, because before I used to think like, how would just vegetables take me to Ade's, just to go and buy ugu and come back. But finding out that they deliver is way worth it. Because before, when we used to go, when I've gone from Ilford, I spent like £50 go home, because I use Uber. I don't use train because of baby. I don't like anything that will keep me too long on the way. So I use Uber and go come 50. How much thing am I buying? It's even up to £100. So that is how I now checked their website and saw that I can order from there and they'll deliver to me. Guys, just look at this ugu. How else can ugu be fresh? Hey, that was how I cooked vegetable stew, cooked egusi, cooked everything I could cook, and kept them in the freezer. And even uziza leaf for the oha, I got everything. So like I said, it was just basically vegetables I ordered from them. And see, I bought these things since early October. This is December. I've not cooked again, like cooked box soup since then. So I think it's from January again I'm going to do my monthly stocking. So down there in the box is Nigerian malt. They also sell Nigerian malt. Like we have having these things in our house because we have guests. We used to have guests every now and then. I just want to give them that special Nigerian treats, like feel like you're home for once. So that is it though. I always buy malt. There's always malt in my fridge. So if you are close by and you want to come and visit, at least you are sure of one thing, that you will feel at home. Ade also sell akpu. Have I told you people before? Have I showed you people? I bought akpu from them when I was pregnant. Then I used to have craving for akpu. They also sell suya. There was one day I went and outside, I saw suya. I was like, are you kidding me? And it was very nice, like the normal proper suya pepper. So Ades to the rescue. This is how I'm able to survive in the UK with my family, because one of my greatest fear used to be how I was going to survive when I leave Nigeria. Like I love food. Me, I love food though. Even my husband knows I love food, and like African food, and I love cooking. So you guys have seen my video on the things I packed when I was traveling to the UK now. I packed though. I don't want to talk about it. So delivering them, discovering these places where I could do my shopping for African food ingredients is like a lifesaver for me. It has reduced my stress level to about 50%. So this is the month I was telling you about. So, and that's just generally how I go about my monthly shopping and buying of African foodstuffs and doing my African cooking. So guys, thank you for watching with me to this end. Please, if you are to subscribe to the channel, do so. Give this video a thumbs up and drop me your comments. I would love to engage with you. I love you. See you when next we'll see. Bye.